Good evening, everybody. I'm Ruby Boris. I play for Glenara FC Soccer Club in under-12s. This wonderful event is part of our home football program. I'm very pleased to welcome a very special guest who has joined us today to talk about his outstanding career, Duncan Armstrong. Duncan is an elite Australian swimmer, Olympic and Commonwealth gold and silver medalist, and former world record holder. Crowned Young Australian of the Year and won an Order of Australia medal. He has also been inducted in the Swimming Hall of Fame. We are absolutely delighted to have you here. Over to you, Duncan.
Well, thank you very much, Ruby. Great to see you all, and thank you very much for getting together and coming along to listen to what I have to say. Thank you to John and Georgia and Stuart for allowing me to speak to all your team today. I know 2020 has been very, very challenging for everybody. You know, every time you turn around, everyone wants to talk about COVID, whether we have to stay inside, whether we're about to let it run around, if we're allowed to go for a walk for an hour, do we have to wear a mask? So you're going to remember 2020 for a lot of different reasons. And one of the things you're going to remember 2020 for is not being able to get out and play soccer, the game that you absolutely love. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my career and a little bit about what I used to do when I used to get stopped with sickness or injury. When I was about 14 years of age, I moved from Rockhampton to Brisbane. It's about 800 kilometres. It's about the same distance from Melbourne to Adelaide. So we moved from Brisbane to from Rockhampton to Brisbane, so I could train with this crazy coach named Laurie Lawrence. And Laurie Lawrence was the craziest, toughest, baddest, angriest coach in all of Australia.
Coach call you the animal.
Oh, okay. So in our training squad, we had about 60 people every morning at 5 o'clock getting in the water and every afternoon at 3:30. And we would do around about 400 laps of a 50-metre pool every single day, right, except Sunday. And so when you're leading your lane, you get the opportunity to go on the time base. So say you've got 200 laps to do, you've got to do it on a 45-second base. Sometimes you just wouldn't take any rest and you would go animal, would go crazy. You'd go really hard at the squatting to see if you could burn everybody else off. So Laurie used to yell at us going, look at him, guy, he's gone, get after him, he's gone animal. And sometimes you'd spend a whole season going so crazy in training that you would get the nickname the animal.
After school swim practice, and was there ever a time that you kind of didn't want to go to the practice because you wanted to hang out with your friends, or your friends were going to the park and you felt kind of left out that you had to go to your training?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Harley. And everybody on the call, if you go on with your sport, you're always going to run into some tough decisions. Okay, whether to go to training, or whether to go to a party, or catch up with friends, or even do your homework. Okay, you're going to come up with tough questions. Now, you're going to have to work out for yourself whether what you want to do more of and less of. But you're always going to want to do the other thing. Okay, do you understand what I mean? Like many, many times, my friends were going off to do some fun thing. But I had my sights set on the Australian team. So I knew that I had to make tough decisions to go to training and do something less fun than my friends were doing, okay, if I was going to do something extraordinary.